All right. When I was 10 years old, I was in elementary. My uncle said, mechanical and electrical engineer manual said, if you borrow $1,000 a day and you pay me back $20.01 every month, how do you think you'll be when you finish paying this off? I said, I don't know. You're 10 right now. What do you think it is? I said, I don't know. I said, well, you'll figure it out. Anyway, let's do this problem here first. To go to the coast for spring break for 5 days, you will need only $1,000. To be with your best friends, four best friends in the world, you borrow $1,000 at an interest rate of 24% per year and agree to pay back to make payments of $20.01. Yes, use your credit card. That's the best thing to do. So this is going to lead us to use a first order linear differential equation. We're going to solve it. Okay, and good news about that on the coast. The good news: sharks sleep at night and only eat in the day. So the secret is this: swim at 2:30 a.m. by yourself. It's safe in the ocean. Nobody's there, and the sharks are asleep. Let's go from there. So now, from part one of the differential equations we did earlier, we know that first order linear differential equation, where k is not equal to 0 and b is a real number, that y prime of t equals ky of t plus b problem. That's the general solution is going to be y of t equals c e to the kt minus b over k. This is the problem solution always. So now for our problem, 24% means 24 by 12, which 0.24 by 12 is 0.02. Every month you're going to pay back interest. And so differential equation with the initial condition of y is 0 is 1,000. Right now I'm going to give it 1,000. And here's the problem. Y prime of t equals this number, 0.02 y, minus 20.01. There's k, there's b, just like this. So now we're going to put these numbers in here, in this formula right there. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like now. There's the problem. We're going to substitute numbers in there. And we have k, we have b, put them in the formula. C, e to that number, divide. Substitute the numbers in there. Divide these two numbers is negative 1,000.50. Negative of negative is a positive 1,050. So now we need to put the initial condition of y is 0 is 1,000. So we're going to put this into our general solution. This one up here. So now we need to get a particular solution, guys. Let's see. So y is 0 is c e to that 0 right there. 1,000 flat equals 1,000. So 0 times that is 0. E to 0 is 1. Plus 1,050 is that. Subtract. So c is 1,050 equals that. C plus 1,050 minus 1,050. 1,000 minus 1,000.50. And it gives us a negative 0.50 right here. Now, we have y of t equals negative 0.50, e to that power, plus 1,000.50. What happens after the first month? Let's see. First month comes by, we make a payment with 0, got our money, we start spring break. 1 month later, we send the $20.01, and now we only owe $999.98 after 1 month. 2 months later, we owe $999.97 after 2 months. 3 months go by, $999.96 after 3 months. 4 months later, $999.95. See, it's getting smaller. The 4 months. Let's keep going on a little bit. Same formula. This formula right here. Put the number in again. So y of 5 equals negative 0.50 times this, and you get $999.94. 5 months. And 6 months later, $999.93. There's 6 months, half a year. And 12 months, a year. We owe $999.86. That's not bad. After 12 months or 1 year. 60 months, 5 years later, we owe $998.83. Right there. That's not bad. 120, which is 10 years from now. $994.98. It's getting smaller. 20 years from now, we owe $939.74. Almost $900. Almost. Now, 325 years later, we owe $798. Yay. Less than 800. 346 payments. We're at $494.34. We're half done. 28.8 years later, we're half done to our paying off our credit card here. 360, we're at 30 years or $330 we owe. And 379, we're at $21 we owe. And then finally at 380 payments later, we owe $1.40. Yes, we can handle that easy, the end. So after 380 months of payments or 31.66 years, we're done with this credit card. As long as you don't use it again, don't buy any more stuff with it, just make the payments. Minimum payments every month. Which means that 380 times 20.01 is $7,603.80. In other words, that's what for that $1,000 at 4 days of spring break, we spent this much money. So $1,000 spring break with your 4 best friends will cost you $7,603.80. Okay. So now, what does all this mean? Let's see. Why don't we graph this? Here's y of t, and p of t. We'll call this is the monthly payment that we're going to pay every month, $20.01. So set the windows on your calculator. Let's do that right now. Windows at -10, -380, -1,000, 8,000, 1,001. And the scale is fine right there. So y. And we'll put this formulas in here. So we have -0.50 e to the power of 0.02x plus 1,000.50. Good. And we have 20.01x. Okay, there it is. That looks good too. So now we hit graph. See what it looks like. Boom. Do it again. You can see a little bit slow motion. Put it there. Put a 0 there just to show you how it goes. Just put a 1 there just to repeat it. Okay, so there they are. So to graph this, you hit graph, and there's the graph goes pay off, pay off, pay off. Eventually you pay it off. And so now, if you use trace, let's do trace on this thing. Alright, so see the little dot right there? As you move it along, it'll say at 205 payments, at 220 payments, at 246.7, at 301 payments, you owe this much money. Also, notice the pace as you make payments. Let's go back way over here. Okay. So as you're making payments, money's coming out of your account. And notice, let's notice something right here. 52, you already paid him 1,045, but you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep paying, to what? To finally, at the end, you're gonna end up at payment number 380. You're gonna pay $7,603.80. So let's see what that looks like on the graph. Okay, so here it is. As you make payments, notice you pay off the loan, 1,000, pay it off. Eventually it'll pay off to here at 31.66 years later, you owe $1.40, or 380 payments, you owe $1.40. Notice that at 28.8, you owe $4.94, half of it. It's half done right here. Half done right there, right here, and then you're done. But your payments go up and up and up. Keep going till you get to that. So at the end, yes, you paid off your loan, and you ended up paying $7,603.80. So the answer to the question my uncle said, mechanical electrical engineer said, well, right now you're in elementary school, you're 10 years old. So it's gonna take you. How long is it gonna take to get there? It's gonna take 31.66. Let's just say 32. So right now, if you get $1,000 from me right now, and you pay me back $20.01 every month, yes, it will take. You will be a 42-year-old man when you finally pay me the last payment, which means you already finished college, you're already working somewhere, and you hopefully you have a career, and hopefully you learn something from that. Your elementary school right now, you're 10 years old, 32 from now, you'll be a 42-year-old man. Think about that. That's what credit cards are. Thank you, Uncle Manuel, mechanical electrical engineer man.